This is a really quick demo on how to set up SSO on your status pages. You can basically use any SAML provider of your choice. In this particular video, I'm using Okta. So basically, do the demo on Okta, but you can actually use anything really. You can use Azure Active Directory, Auth0 or any other SAML provider of your choice, and that's completely fine. Okay, so what I have in front of me is I have created a new project which is status SSO. If you can see up here, this is what this is how the dashboard would look like when you sign up. On my other tab, I have, in fact, let me close this. This is the admin dashboard of Okta. So this is where this is what I'll use to create a new application and configure that application for SSO. All right, so let me get started by creating a status page. So let me basically say test status. That would be the name of my status page. Description would probably be the same. Hit create, and once I have the status page created, it basically shows up in the list. I can click view to view the status page. Now when I scroll down a bit, I have this option called SSO. So when I click on the SSO, I have I have an option to configure an SSO. So I can click on create, and I can basically say Okta would be the SSO name, sign in with Okta would be the description. Sign on URL, this is probably the URL which you'll get from Okta. So let me switch to the Okta tab, click on create an app integration, click on SAML, click next, and say OneUptime status page. Click on next. This is the sign on URL from OneUptime, but to create a configuration on OneUptime, I will not get the sign on URL. So what I'll do is I'll probably have a sample URL, so it at least lets me create an app and we can go back and edit. So I'll basically do this, hit next. I'll say I'm an Okta customer building an internal app, hit finish. And when I do that, I basically am taken to the sign on page, and when I scroll down, it says view SAML setup instructions. Now this is the URL that you probably have to go back on OneUptime and paste it in. This is the issuer URL, so let me actually copy this as well and paste it in. And this is the public certificate, so let me actually copy this as well and paste it in. Signature method, Okta uses SHA of 256, so I can basically select that. This is enabled, and I hit create. Now when I hit create, this is enabled, everything is set up. There's one thing left. We haven't added sign-on URL of OneUptime into Okta, so let's actually do that now. So I click on view SSO URL, copy this particular thing. It's currently localhost because I'm running a local project, but you can basically self-host this. You can have SSO anywhere, honestly, or you can use OneUptime Cloud as well. So if I scroll up, if I go back to general, I click edit, I click on next. So I basically replace the URLs that I've pasted before with my new URLs. I hit finish. Now when I do that, everything is set up. So I go back to my page, actually go back to overview, click on this link, and it'll basically show me the username and password page. The reason it shows me this because my status page is private and SSO is not required. So if I go to SSO and edit this to yes, if SSO is required, then it'll not show me username and password. It'll directly take me to the SSO page. But in this case, it'll show me the link, because people can sign in with username and password, or people can also sign in with the SSO as well. So let me click on use single sign-on instead. It'll show me the single sign-on that I've configured, which is Okta, and sign in with Okta. When I click on this, it'll basically take me to the Okta page and says user is not assigned to this application. This is perfectly fine. This is the right error because we haven't assigned the user to the application. But let me do that now. So I'll go back to my Okta dashboards, click on General. I'll go back to Applications. Now this is the application which I've created. Let me assign it to myself. So I will assign it to myself. I have been assigned. Let me actually go back and try to log in again, and that should hopefully work. There we go. So I'm basically signed in. With SSO, I have the logout button here. So if I want to log out, I can basically log out. And if I go back to dashboard, I can click on private users. I can see that I've actually signed up. I can actually delete the user, so you can manage the user from here. But if you delete the user, and if this user actually signs in through the SSO, it will actually be created again. So you need to make sure you unassign user, like, on the SSO as well. Now let me actually show you how it actually looks like when I require SSO. So when I click on this, change this to true, go back, hit refresh. It'll basically not even take me to the SSO page. So if I show this to you again, click on overview, click on this particular page, directly to the SSO page, I will not be able to sign in to through my username and password because SSO is enabled and is forced. Click on this again, it'll basically sign me in. Well, let me know if this helps, and if there's anything we can do for you, feel free to reach out to support. We're more than happy to help you in any way we can. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for listening.